Trump's immigration crackdown in Florida, where more than 200 alleged illegal immigrant sex offenders have been arrested. The sting called Operation Criminal Return, led by the Department of Homeland Security. Dozens of alleged predators, convicted murderers, and drug traffickers, all now taken off the streets.
We know that it's the children that is our job to protect. These men and women put their lives on the line every single day to protect the children of their communities and protect the American people and put them first.
NewsNation's Allie Bradley is live with more. So, Allie, a major operation involving more than one agency here.
Yeah, you're exactly right, Nicole. And as you mentioned, it was titled Operation Criminal Return, but DHS Secretary Kristi Noem said it would be more fitting to call it Operation Dirtbag. This was a sweeping enforcement operation involving several agencies, including state, local, and federal in Florida. And it lasted for about 10 days, where at least 230 illegal immigrants were arrested in this operation, according to DHS. So we want to give you a breakdown. You're looking at some of who they call the worst of the worst, but we want to give you a breakdown of these arrests. So 54 of them were sexual predators, 164 offenders of sexual crimes, 2 convicted murderers, 1 drug trafficker, and 8 other felonies. The agency saying the charges tied to those arrested include attempted murder, drug offenses, sexual assault, and child molestation. One of those arrested has been convicted of sex crimes against children and was arrested more than 10 times, according to DHS. Another arrested 19 times. Here's the director for Florida law enforcement talking about the operation.
In terms of this operation, sex offenders and predators, these are people who have raped children. These are people who have molested children. These are people who have done the worst of the worst to someone's child. And if as a community we can't get behind that, I'm not sure what more to say, because I think everybody can say that these people should not be roaming the streets in the state of Florida.
While this operation was in partnership with the state of Florida, this brand of heinous crimes has been stopped at the border, too. Customs and Border Protection apprehending 127 migrants with sexual offense convictions this fiscal year, more than 1,500 over the previous 5 years. So that means 1 in every 27 of those apprehended at the border with a criminal conviction were those with a sexual offense conviction. Now, Florida, the state, saying that it's really leaning in to this immigration enforcement in partnership with the Trump administration to go after who they consider the worst of the worst here, Nicole.
All right, so Allie, we know Florida's involved in this program that allows them to work with ICE for immigration enforcement. That is Florida, but are any other states also doing that?
Yeah, so we're talking about 40 different states involved in the 287G program. That is a program that allows for local law enforcement to have some sort of immigration authority and work with ICE and Border Patrol when it comes to apprehending individuals. So when we look at the breakdown here, as of November 12th, the U.S. has signed more than 1,100 agreements. Most are following the task force model, which allows local officers to help identify and process individuals for federal immigration enforcement. And we actually visited a sheriff in Wyoming who was signing on to that program and was going to house criminal illegal immigrants because of the program in his jail. He's now on board with all 3 models. His deputies have been sworn in. He has jail space freed up for ICE inmates, saying he can hold about 200 detainees for the federal agency. Now, this comes as roughly 58% of people polled for our DDHQ polling shows that they agree that people who cross the border illegally or visa overstays should be removed from the country. Now, when it comes to the administration, they are pushing for individuals to self-deport. We know that there is that free plane ticket home for these individuals if they don't want to be arrested, and that $1,000 stipend. So the administration continues to encourage individuals to self-deport. We know over 1.6 million have done so far. Nicole.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.